Episode 1, the Cool Colorado podcast is on. My name is Michael.
I am Chelsea.
We're here to talk about all things fun in Colorado. Cool things, not so cool things. I mean, I may mention that the state of Colorado has the highest inflation rate in the country, which sucks a little bit because it's expensive out here.
But don't worry, we do still have affordable yet still very fun activities for families and other singles to even enjoy.
You see how she's like the ray of sunshine? I'm like, I might talk about the Denver homeless problem, and she's like, listen, I can tell you how to avoid it. Also, cool Colorado stories coming up in the show. That's going to be a thing in each podcast. We're going to tell a cool story from the state of Colorado. This one today, very interesting. It comes to us from Fruita, Colorado. There's a festival about this. People are very excited, and a man back in the day, like the 40s or 50s, he decided that he could make money off of a headless chicken, Chelsea. And one of the other fun things we're going to do is we're going to do a new game show. Let's see if we can sing this right.
Are you native enough?
So here's the deal. You got to answer 3 out of 5 questions. A lot of people say they're natives. A lot of people say they're transplants. Everybody's got this pride about it with Colorado. Right. Especially a lot of transplants, I noticed that they really want to know everything about Colorado and prove that they're from Colorado.
Oh, very much.
But then people like yourself, Chelsea, because you're a native, you guys don't flex as much.
No, not really.
However, here's the deal. I don't care what state you're from. If you get 3 out of 5 questions right, you're automatically a native. We're going to dub you a native on the show. And if anybody says anything to you, you point them to us, and we'll have a conversation with them. How about that?
Yes.
But first, every podcast episode is going to start out with something personal, Chelsea. I sort of wanted to talk, to be honest with you, about bad drivers.
Ooh.
But I think that because it's the first episode, we should probably tell people about ourselves a little bit.
Absolutely.
We are an engaged couple.
Yes.
We met here in Colorado a little over a year ago. At work.
Yes, at work. We started at work.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea is from where?
I am from northern Colorado, a small town called Wellington.
That's right. And I know, people have figured this out already because I do all the stuff about Colorado on TikTok and stuff. People send me nasty messages and they're like, we know that you moved here 5 years ago. How do you pretend to be a native? Listen, I've never said I was a native, but I've never said I wasn't. Okay?
Exactly.
But I do have to admit right here, right now, I am from the Pacific Northwest. I grew up outside of Portland, Oregon, near Mount St. Helens on the Washington side. I've lived in Seattle, Portland, New Orleans, D.C., Richmond, Virginia, and I am here now in Colorado, and I consider myself a native. Can I do that?
Here, if you can answer 3 out of these 5 questions.
I like this. So I have to do the native test.
Then maybe we can consider.
All right, cool. The Cool Colorado story is coming up. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to see what I can do.
Alrighty. 80% of Colorado's water comes from what source?
The sky. Mountains? Is it I'm going to say final answer, the mountains.
Close. I'll consider it the same, snow.
Snow. Okay, yeah.
Alrighty. One of the features which adds to Boulder's dramatic setting at the base of the rocky foothills.
Flatirons.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's 2 for 2. I'm going to put a native sticker on my car.
Alrighty. Now this is the ultimate test. This is the ultimate test.
Okay.
What river runs through the town known as the Choice City?
Choice City's Fort Collins, so it's the Poudre River.
But what is the river's name?
The Cache La Poudre?
You got it right!
Did I get it right? Yes, all right. I love that. Hold on. Yeah, do I have applause? I have applause. There we go. Yes. So I can put the sticker on my car now. I can put the thing on my...
You are considered native. Also, you are... I feel like I would consider you a native just because you're from Washington and not California.
Okay, that's...
California has to get all 5 out of 5, right?
Yes, I love that. Look at you. Time for Cool Colorado Stories.
Some folks call it poultrygeist, but it was Mike the Headless Chicken.
And here in the Valley, this weekend wrapped up Fruita's famous Mike the Headless Chicken Festival. For those that don't know, Mike was a chicken back in 1945 who was beheaded, but then didn't die and even proceeded to live on for 18 months without a head. So now every year, Fruita celebrates Mike with a 2-day festival with live local music, a 5K run, and what you're seeing right here, a peeps eating contest. And of course, you know they have to have some chicken dancing. I mean, how could you hold a festival around a headless chicken without the chicken dance?
I mean, it sounds like a blast. I'm going to be honest with you.
Honestly, it sounds like fun. 2 days, though, too.
Do we really need 2 days?
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
That's a lot of chickening. But maybe not. Maybe it's super fun. I think the story is really fun.
I think it's hilarious.
I like the fact that the guy decided he was going to make some money, right? So
I can't believe he even made money off of this.
Oh, he's brilliant. Good for him. I mean, we could do this these days. People love this stuff. If you put a headless chicken on TikTok, do you know how famous that thing would be?
I guess you're pretty right.
It's giving me ideas. So this guy went to cut his chicken's head off back in the 40s or 50s. I think it was 40s, 46, 45, something like that. And the chicken lived. He didn't cut off the brainstem. And so it lived for how long? Was it 18 months?
18 months.
And he paraded this thing around. It became the most... Is it the most famous chicken ever, I wonder?
It is.
I can only think... I mean, Chick-fil-A is pretty famous. But other than that, I can't even think of famous chickens off the top of my head.
Are we talking cartoon chickens,
Anything.
real chickens?
The most
all
famous chickens. It could be a toy. What about the this guy? The rubber chicken.
See, now that's a toy chicken.
That's all right. It's pretty famous.
He is pretty famous.
I can think of another famous chicken. It's called Foghorn Leghorn. Have you ever heard of Foghorn Leghorn?
I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, so Family Guy made fun of it a few years ago. This is like a parody of the actual cartoon where Foghorn Leghorn is walking by a KFC.
I'll say, son, what do we got brewing in here? I was walking by when I picked up the smell of 11 herbs and spice. Look at that boy, running all around like a chicken with his head cut. Wait a minute.
He's pretty famous as well. But I think Mike the Headless Chicken takes the cake. He made it onto British TV shows. Listen to this.
How long can a chicken live without its head? Alana.
As long as it takes it to cross the road.
That's good.
The answer
I
will
know
surprise
how
you.
long it takes a live chicken to become a pret-a-manger sandwich. Do you know that?
No, tell.
55 minutes.
Good Lord, that's fresh.
Is she being serious? Is that a thing, like a live chicken sandwich?
55 minutes.
They must just kill it in the back and bring it and cook it that way? It is fresh.
Good Lord, that's fresh.
Is chicken really any better fresh, though?
She seems to think so. I don't know. Mike the Headless Chicken probably doesn't think so.
7 years.
2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
Oh,
2 years.
I give you... No.
No.
It's famous. I give you Mike, the Headless Chicken. From
where
the town,
is he, Mike?
The town of Fruita. The town of Fruita in Colorado. He was fed with an eyedropper.
People in Fruita are so upset right now.
I know.
So that was a question I thought of earlier that we didn't end up looking up, and this guy said it just a second ago before we stopped it. He said they used to feed him with an eyedropper because he didn't have a beak. He didn't have a face. So my question was like, how is Mike the Headless Chicken eating and staying alive? You tried to convince me earlier of some BS. You were like, I think it just didn't eat for 18 months.
It just lived for 18 months and didn't even eat.
That's right.
He was fed with an eyedropper.
Why don't they just cook him?
Well, he lived a happy and famous life.
Where Colonel Sanders was after him.
Mike the Headless Chicken, Chelsea. I like it. All right, Chelsea, it's time for our game show. Are you native enough? Okay, we're going to produce that. It'll be better eventually. And for our very first Are You Native Enough? On the phone, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, a man who has been with me. We're hockey buddies. We go to see Colorado Eagles games, Avalanche games. His name is John. I know him because he seems to hurt himself all the time while ski biking. And when I met him, he had a hurt knee. So his name is Chief Wounded Knee.
Love.
John, you going to play this with us today?
Sure, buddy.
Where are you? By the way, can I ask you, where are you at right now?
I'm at home.
Oh, you're just at home. Okay. He just bought a house.
Ooh.
He's moving out to
Congrats.
I won't say where you're moving, John, because he's going to have many followers after this. Many people are going to be trying to find him. Okay, so you got to answer 3 out of 5 correct. And then, because John is a hardcore Colorado native, there's no question in my mind that he's going to be able to answer all these. You answer 3 out of 5 correct, and you keep your native status. Chelsea, the first question.
What western Colorado town is famous for its peaches?
That would be Palisade.
Yeah, look at this guy. Let me get you some applause. Very nice. All right.
All right. Second question. What river runs through the town known as the Choice City, aka Fort Collins?
That would be the Cashlapooter.
Ooh, and he said it right.
Nice. All right, 2 for 2. All he's got to do is get one more, really.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hit him with something. Give him a little heat here.
All right, one of the features which adds to Boulder's dramatic setting at the base of the rocky foothills are a series of steep-sided peaks which rise above the town. What are those peaks called?
They are called the Flatirons.
Yeah, all righty. You can keep your native card.
That's right, John. You can be a native, my friend. You can continue with that, and it was good having you on the podcast.
Thank you, John.
I can't wait to get you in here, and go Eagles, go Avalanche.
Oh, let's go, buddy. Ready for the season.
That's right. Sometimes I think what makes a place great is the people. And that guy is such a great dude. He's like one of those real friends, just somebody you can count on, like you. And it's fun that we can do this together, and we can sit here and we can talk. We can tell stories about Colorado. We can do contests. And soon we'll have, we're going to have merch and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
It's really going to grow into
things
something
to
fun.
come.
If you got a business and you want us to come do the podcast at your business, we're entertaining all options at this point. And we're just excited to be here. The Cool Colorado Podcast. Follow us online at Cool Colorado Pod everywhere.